February 17th, 2021. Walking on a treadmill. Watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You know what? I spoke wrong. I mean, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is motherfucking corny as shit. Obviously, it's a kid's show. But the first movie was actually pretty good. I mean, not the first one, like the one from the 90s. That shit was horrible. The one with Vanilla Ice. But this one, it's got actually some fucking funny shit in it. And they did it right. The reason why I say like the Mutant Ninja movies are so fucking bad, because the second one was, I don't know what the fuck that was, man. But this first one's pretty good. Good special effects, especially for the time. And like I said, some funny shit in it. As far as the news, Mitch McConnell and Donald Trump kicking each other in the balls. It's like that type of fight you just cheer them motherfuckers on. Kick harder. Shit. Donald Trump got a lot of nerve calling anybody sullen and unsmiling. I mean, it describes Mitch McConnell perfect. But still, it's like I said, two assholes kicking each other in the balls. Don't let them have at it. As far as anything else going on in the news? There was something, but now I can't remember, so it must not be that fucking important. Hell yeah, it snowed for the first time, which is weird, man. It's fucking February and it's fucking snowing for the first time. I find that shit odd. Live in Salt Lake, and it's been like this for a while. Like, I do remember it snowing around Halloween. And in November and December back in the day. And now it's like snowing in Texas. It snowed over. It's been shitty weather through the whole fucking country. But Texas is really getting hit the balls. Cause they ain't motherfucking ready for this shit. That's how the dude talk about, man, I only got one piece of firewood. I need some help. You need an axe. Then you need to take your ass out in the motherfucking trees and chop one up down. That's what you need. Yeah, about motherfucking 6 inches. That shit sucks. Fucking shoveling that shit. Fuck snow. Seriously. Yeah. Whatever it was that I was thinking about, I forgot about it. So maybe I'll come back if it's important. And if it ain't, then fuck it. February 17th. February 18th, 2021. Walking on a treadmill. Watching Wolfen. That's one of them old school movies. It's like my dad's movie. I don't know if I've ever actually like watched this shit closely as an adult. Like I seen it a bunch of times because it's like one of my dad's favorite movies. But if I was to describe it, I think I'd describe it like a kid. Because I think I've only like really seen it as a kid and I wasn't really paying attention. Like I think about this movie, it's about motherfucking dogs that'll bite the shit out of your ass to the point they'll kill you. They'll fuck you up, these dogs. And I think they like got mixed with wolves or some shit and they got chased and chased into the city, and then the city started destroying the areas where they hang out, so they started biting people, killing people. Some badass dogs. It's still got that old school corniness though. It's from the 70s. It's definitely not a movie for everybody. James Olmos. Yeah, it's weird. This motherfucker's in this movie. Just yesterday, I was like thinking about why I don't shave my head like more often, and I was like to myself, because I don't want the back of my head looking like Edward James Olmos. Like. That's just a real ass motherfucking thought. And this motherfucker happened to be in this movie. So, synchronicity. Synchronicity. As far as this movie's got, first dog is an Afghan hound. I always hated them fucking dogs. Like, seriously. I think I was about 4 years old. And one of them motherfuckers bit me in the face. Like, I'm walking through the fucking somebody's crib. Like, this is what I remember. I'm walking through somebody's crib. And as I get, there's a dog laying in the hallway and shit, and I guess I didn't see its tail. I fucking stepped on that motherfucking big ass Afghan hound. Hairy motherfucking, disgusting, ugly motherfucking dog. The fucking dog jumped up and clamped right on my motherfucking face. I was screaming. That motherfucker cut my lip from the top to the bottom. I still got a fucking scar. Bitch ass fucking dogs. Fucking hate Afghan hounds. That's like a dog that I would reject. Like, weirdly. I still got beef with them motherfuckers. Psychological. As far as news, Texas just getting it handed to them. It's like, these motherfuckers, man, don't mess with Texas. My ass. You can mess with Texas all you want. All you gotta do is take their heat away. These motherfuckers do not know what to do. I mean, I ain't making fun of nobody, because it's fucked up that motherfucking circumstances get so dire that these motherfuckers freak out and do shit that make you be like, what? Like, they said his family, motherfucking, apparently, you know, they cold as shit, so they got in their car. In they fucking garage to stay warm. And they died of fucking carbon monoxide poison. Like, I don't know if it was so cold that it was like the apocalypse to them, and they just was like, it's time to go, and they did it on purpose, or at least the adults did it on purpose? Or was it these people really thought they could get into a fucking car, sitting in a goddamn garage, and warm up? Like, why wouldn't you take it out to the fucking driveway at least? I mean, I get it might be a little more windy or something. Or I don't even know how safe you would be if you sitting in a garage, even if the fucking door is open. I cannot believe in this day and age there's people that don't understand that you should not be sitting in your fucking car in the garage with it on at all, unless it's you turning it on and driving out of the garage immediately. That fucking baffles me. This is something we've known about for a long time. So either that family got whacked by some motherfucker deciding he wanted to fucking end it, he or she, or they really didn't know that they shouldn't get in a motherfucking car, start that bitch up and sit in a motherfucking goddamn garage. I'm not shitting on anybody that's dead, because these motherfuckers is dead. I just can't believe that it's like that. Like, I was making fun of that motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, for being like, I only got one piece of wood, somebody help me. But man, if you ain't never been taught about shit because you ain't never been had to, because it's always fucking hot, I can see why grown ass man be like, oh, I need help. And wouldn't realize, man, you need to go fuck it. I look around my garage right now, and if I didn't have fucking trees in the back, which I do, and in the front, which I do, which it would be a bitch to cut down, trust. This shit would not be fun. But I'd do it if I had to. Shit, I'd do that shit in a motherfucking second. Cut them motherfucking trees down. Throw them bitches in the motherfucking backyard goddamn fire pit. Maybe even build the fire. Yeah, maybe even build it a little bit closer on the fucking the goddamn basketball court. It would block the wind a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? We don't got no motherfucking electric heat, but we also don't got no motherfucking fireplace. So any burning would go on the backyard. Fireplace. So any burning would go on the backyard. And there's plenty of shit, while I wouldn't be happy about it, that you could burn. Just break that shit apart. I don't know. I guess you shouldn't be making fun of people unless you walk a mile in their shoes. And if a motherfucker ain't never been told how to start a fire or how to knock down a tree, I guess it's easy for me to say, growing up in Minnesota, where my ass would die if I didn't get my ass out there and knock down some fucking trees and chop them bitches up myself. But you learn that shit quick when you have to. When you never have to, I can see why these motherfuckers are struggling. Especially when that leadership is, man, I don't know, these people in Texas. The governor blaming everybody except himself. You ain't never seen so many motherfuckers refuse to take responsibility for shit. After Trump, like, now it's a thing with these Republicans to never take responsibility. So I ain't taking responsibility for that. That guy did it. What happened to the buck stops here? Not no more. Buck stops over there. That guy did it. I mean, governor, you're the motherfucker in charge of the goddamn state. So if you got some motherfuckers running your shit shabbily, that's your fault. You are the fucking head coach of that state. So you don't get to say, oh, the offensive coordinator fucked off. No, that's the offensive coordinator that you brought on, that you oversee. And if he fucking off, that's your fault. So even if the ridiculous fucking scapegoat fucking bullshit that's going on is true, it's still your fault. Ted Cruz is a senator telling people that just stay warm and all that shit. And this bitch ass run off to motherfucking Cancun. Nice resort living and shit. I ain't mad at anybody for motherfucking getting their family into some warmth. But when you a motherfucking senator telling everybody they need to stay warm and all that shit, then you take your ass to some fucking resort in Mexico. And the motherfucker that you ran against, who ain't even a fucking senator, he's just a guy, Beto O'Rourke, is out there calling old people and making sure they alright. They need help. If they need to go somewhere to get warm, if they need some food. And this motherfucker just a regular motherfucker doing your job. Feel sitting there bragging on no motherfucking Democrats. But this dude is doing Ted Cruz's job. Even though he lost the election. So, it's fucking trifling. You got Rick Perry. Oh, Texans will have no problem taking a couple days in the cold as long as the government stays out of our business. Really? It's like fucking 20 motherfuckers died from the fucking cold because they ain't know what to fucking do. And yo dumbass making dumbass fucking stupid redneck motherfucking statements like that. That's the type of shit back in the day that'll get your ass dragged out of your fucking mansion and pitchforked by the motherfucking community. You say something that fucking stupid while you living in your motherfucking mansion with your racist ass rock. Rick Perry, man. You know when I talk about fucking George Bush was dumb? Motherfucking Rick Perry makes George Bush look like a fucking scholar. My fucking dumbass, the dumbassness that exudes from this fucking guy. And he's proud of it too. He is proud of being a dumb motherfucker. There ain't done nothing but fail up his whole life. The dumbest of the dumb jocks. Don't mess with Texas. That's that fucking idiot that was like, the energy, the education, oops. He's gonna bust out 3 things that he's gonna get rid of right away if he become president. And he can only name 2. That's what that fucking moron is known for. And probably the stupid shit he said about motherfuckers not minded. Freezing their balls off. As long as the government stay out their business. That is some Texas shit right there, boy. To a T. This fucking guy. This is gonna shock you. The generals was worried about promoting women, which I gotta assume is white women, and black people. So if you a black dude in the military and you been busting your ass, if you a white broad, and God forbid you a black woman busting your ass in this fucking military, you basically didn't have a chance to get raised up to fucking general. They had to wait until dipshit was out of office because they knew his racist ass would have just fucking not only replaced the nominees for general, but would have replaced the motherfucker that dared nominate him. Because they racist and ignorant like that. And all you fucking white women were getting fucked right along with the rest of us. Sitting there fucking riding for this fucking piece of shit. I know that's the most shocking shit you ever heard. Trump was racist and sexist. Even against the fucking military. It's shocking. So, that's about it. February 18th. February 19th, 2021. Walking on the treadmill. Watching Wolfen. This motherfucking movie is slow as fuck. It's like got that old school boring. It's got some good parts in it, but god damn, this shit's slow. In the news. See, America joined the Paris Climate Accord again, and they gave some likes. Fucking Biden give a speech and shit, talking about the world can trust us again because we're back. The world is like, yeah, right, motherfucker. We saw what the fuck just happened at that Capitol, and we know what the fuck y'all motherfuckers did to us in the last 4 years. They don't trust us for shit. And usually, even though it's a more formal setting, like you hear motherfuckers like clap and laugh and be like, yeah, shit like that. Usually when the motherfucker get done speaking. Biden was talking all that shit about how America's back and we're not gonna be fucking around no more and all that shit. And after he got done with that speech, crickets. The world is like, yeah, right. We do not trust you motherfuckers. Ain't nobody trying to motherfucking believe in your leadership. That's what that whole speech was basically about. We're back and y'all can believe in us again. The world knows that there's a fucking gang of assholes in this fucking country that's still down with fucking twat and his gross agenda. So why would they trust us? They ain't stupid. It's like, yeah, you can talk all that shit, but you gonna have to show us. You ain't finna be fucking just jumping back into leadership, motherfucker. After the shit y'all motherfuckers pulled. I mean, you can see it. They don't trust us, and they shouldn't. Fucking dude got his fucking face slashed by some asshole. Other motherfucker get pushed down. Motherfucker throwing a goddamn throwing shit and pushing on women. And look, I've had my run-in with the Asian clerk that's a fucking asshole. So what? That ain't a reason to be fucking hateful against every Asian motherfucker. I had plenty of run-ins with white motherfuckers that was assholes. I had plenty of motherfucking run-ins with black motherfuckers that was assholes. You don't fucking judge a whole race just because you had a one fucking bad goddamn personal incident with one motherfucker. And racism is bogus in all forms. And hating on Asian people over some stupid ass virus that could have came from anywhere. And we're gonna have many more after this that ain't gonna come from Asia. And you fucking dimwits need to stop that shit. Motherfucking Asians ain't got shit to do with spreading that fucking virus. You wanna blame somebody, you dumb fucks, blame Trump. He fucking admitted that he fucking downplayed that shit. I fucking figured out that we was 5%. So he knew way before everybody else how deadly that shit was. And he's the one that told everybody on his side not to wear masks. He's the one that told everybody not to take it serious and turn it into some fucking political thing. So that's why your fucking grandma died. Climate change agreement, man. This is such an asinine issue. And one thing we should all agree on is listen, let me tell you another part of my philosophy. I ain't religious, but I do believe in God. But not the way fucking religious motherfuckers believe in it. I believe that all the fucking metaphors that are used in the Bible, they fit one thing, and it's not a dude. It's this fucking planet. Earth. When they talk about something that sees all, something that hears all, something that without it, we would not exist. We could not exist. And something that completely sustains us. Metaphorically, that's your God in the Bible and the Quran and all them fucking different religious texts. But in reality, that's Earth. Earth is the only thing that sees all and hears all. It's the only thing that completely sustains us. And for without it, we would not exist. It's the only thing that's actually tangible that we can say that about. And it's alive in a way that we will never be able to fully comprehend. Never. It's on such a higher level than we could ever get to. Like maybe when we die and become a part of it, and then we get let in on what's really going on. And that's getting a little bit deeper than I want to get. But if there's anything that's obvious that we should all be fucking really making sure to take care of, even if it's just for selfish reasons, it's the fucking planet. Cause this motherfucker dies, you gonna die. It's that simple. You can go off and try to find fucking another place like the moon or Mars, but those places are more inhospitable than the most inhospitable places on this planet. So all we gotta do is take care of this motherfucker instead of trashing it like we know we about to do, and then fucking off to Mars on some shit that's less hospitable than fucking Antarctica. That's as inhospitable as the fucking bottom of the ocean. And that's where you assholes want to motherfucking go instead of just goddamn chilling the fuck out and taking care of this motherfucker. You know what God hates? God hates pollution and God hates plastic. That's what God hates. God don't give a fuck about war. Unless you start using nukes and shit. God can't wait to get rid of your ass. Is what y'all motherfuckers need to understand. God don't give a fuck about us. We're a disease to God. In my opinion. Look at what we doing to this motherfucker. We putting shit in the goddamn atmosphere that never fucking existed before. And it's showing that it's fucking shit up. Like scientifically we can see that the shit that we're putting into the atmosphere is bad for this planet. You can see that plastic and styrofoam are bad for this planet. You can see that plastic and styrofoam are bad for this planet because they don't biodegrade. You can see it by the fact that we got some fucking Texas-sized fucking conglomeration of goddamn plastic floating around the fucking ocean. God don't like plastic. God don't like styrofoam. And God don't like pollution. Now, as far as the real God, or whatever y'all motherfuckers would call the real God, because nobody ever gonna fucking look at what's right in front of them with common sense. So you always gotta look for some way out there. But just imagine if you were the real God. There's a real old white dude in the sky somewhere. It's fucking huge. Imagine how big this dude is. Just imagine if this is really how you motherfuckers want to look at it. This dude is big enough to make the fucking universe. If there's somebody that big, then think about how fucking little and inconsequential we would be. The planets would be inconsequential in comparison. He wouldn't even give a fuck about them. He damn sure wouldn't give a fuck about us. We would be less than fucking bacteria in comparison. The way we feel about the fucking bacteria on the bottom of our fucking shoes is more relevant than the way something that big and powerful would feel about us. And goddamn, God don't give a fuck about you. You know how I know? Because, hey, me and my girl was talking about that motherfucking earthquake that we experienced. And there's also another thing I was thinking about when I was talking about that, when that Mexican dude that was about to commit suicide got shot. And that was one of the only times I ever panicked because it was so crazy. I think the only other time in my life that I've actually panicked, I mean, I've been scared and I've been fucking amped up and I've done hella stupid shit, but panic is different. The only other time I panicked in my life that I can remember was, oh no, there's another time. Actually, there's 3 times I panicked. One time I was getting attacked by bees. Shout out to my brother. Thanks a lot for that shit. Fucker got me attacked by a gang of bees. And then, so yeah, I panicked when that shit happened. I was a little kid. And then when I woke up in that fucking earthquake, it happened in like March. That's panic, man. That was some serious panic. Seeing the earth fucking shaking and fucking motherfucker, scariest shit I've ever been involved with, hands down. And when you hear that shit and you feel that shit, you just know this planet is motherfucking so much more powerful and so much more alive. I mean, man, I don't ever want to be in a fucking earthquake again. I've been in tornadoes. What else? Extreme thunderstorms and winter storms. I've seen fire. Never been involved, but I've seen it. Don't want to be no part of that shit. But I don't even know if you count that as natural disaster. The natural disasters I've been in, a couple of tornadoes and some really crazy storms and a fucking earthquake. And it's just not even close. I mean, I ain't never been in one of those fucking like 300 mile per hour fucking tornadoes, so I don't know. Maybe that shit's scary as fuck. But an earthquake, man, that shit, I ain't finna fucking get into that shit. The earth is alive on a level that we ain't even supposed to understand. It's just that much better than us. And I don't think anything is better than me. But clearly, the planet is more important than all of us. So we should take care of it accordingly. This shouldn't even be a fucking discussion. This should be obvious. And all the fucking people that don't agree with that should be looked at like the cartoonish evil fucks that they are. Because that's the only place that you should see people that give so little fucks about the planet. There's like evil motherfuckers in cartoons and evil motherfuckers in stupid movies. It don't make no sense to be that fucking, that much of an asshole to be against the planet. The only thing that sustains your punk ass. And all you gotta do is be open to progressive thinking. And you would be willing to fucking help out this planet. That's why you assholes coat yourselves in this conservative bullshit. And it gives you the excuse to fucking rape and mutilate this fucking thing that is by far way more important than anything that's ever existed in human history. We ain't shit compared to this fucking planet. And like I said, even if you wanted to do it for selfish reason, do it for yourself. Do it for your kids. Do it for your fucking grandkids. Donald Trump said, man, we'll leave them a little. That was another thing the Republicans liked about it so much. People complaining that we ain't gonna have nothing for our grandkids. The grandkids ain't gonna have nothing left and we're gonna fucking ruin it. He was making fun of that. He said, we'll leave them a little. The rape and pillage of the planet, man. For some reason, that's like their goal.
Have you killed anyone?
They want to murder this fucking planet. Maybe it's because they planning on making a lot of money by building up Mars. I don't know what it is, but it's cartoonishly evil to be okay with murdering this fucking thing that sustains us. But we're doing it. And we're doing it on such a level that everybody talk about, oh, poor Texas and fucking lack of fossil fuels. The one thing we don't know what those fossil fuels are there for. You know what I'm saying? That shit might be what cools down the fucking magma in the core that keeps us spinning. We don't know shit. We don't know nothing about what that oil that we've been sucking out for years and years is there for. For all we know, that's the fucking lifeblood of the fucking planet. But we just sucking it up like some fucking vampires, not giving a fuck about what it's doing. What if oil that we've been sucking out is behind all the mega hurricanes and all the goddamn earthquakes? I mean, not all of them. Sometimes it's just gonna naturally happen because of the way this motherfucker built. But imagine if you stopped sucking the oil out of this motherfucker. That would end earthquakes and fucking tsunamis and mega hurricanes. Like if we had incontrovertible proof that would happen. These assholes still wouldn't care. It's all about getting money. And you can't never have enough. Fucking dirty motherfuckers. And I believe that's about all that was in the news. Fucking February 19th. Watching Wolfen. That shit's pretty good. I mean, it is like really boring and a long movie, but it's got like a really good, interesting end. The ending of it is, it's clearly like, the ending of it is really good. That's why it's such a good movie. Not because it's like some great movie. It's just, the ending is kind of cool. Like the way the wolves be disappearing and shit. I mean, it's got some shitty 80s special effects. Or 70s, whenever the fuck it was made. But I can see why motherfuckers like it. The ending is really good. You know another thing I was thinking about? I don't fuck with the fucking Democrats. It's look at who the Democrats are. Not just politicians, but who they are in general. Like, we know who the Republicans are in general. But, like, Donald Trump used to be a Democrat. Like, think about all the shit we know about this motherfucker now. And he was a Democrat up until the point where he gave money to Hillary Clinton's campaign. Her campaign against Obama. He liked Hillary Clinton a lot. He was riding for Hillary Clinton back in the day. He probably rode for Bill Clinton too. You know who else is a fucking Democrat? I mean, think about the racist shit that Trump is known for. Way before he ran for president. Like saying them 5 kids in fucking, New York should get the death penalty for raping some broad. Which it turned out it wasn't even them. And the asshole never even apologized. And this dude was a well-known Democrat. Cuomo, he getting kicked in the dick right now for massaging numbers, trying to be slick, playing politics, the same shit everybody get pissed off about these bitch ass Republicans doing. Cuomo was playing them fucking games. And then, instead of fucking, you know what I'm saying, hey man, I did something stupid, apologize, it'll never happen again. He tried to get somebody to take the fall for it. And then he tried to motherfucking threaten somebody else that motherfucking was gonna come out with this information about people in nursing homes dying at a higher rate than they was admitting. That's a Democrat, man. Saying all of them are like that, but motherfuckers be acting like, oh, the left is so pure. The false left, actually, like I said before. You know who else is a Democrat? Fucking Harvey Weinstein. And the fucking Epstein dude that whacked himself. He's probably a Democrat that whacked himself, I should say. Because they definitely killed that motherfucker in jail. The cameras just happened to go out. Just coincidentally, at the time this guy whacked himself. But all these fucking scumbags are Democrats. Trump was a Democrat. It's all a joke, man. At one point, the Democrats was the most racist motherfuckers. And then fucking, the fucking Lincoln freed the slaves. So all the fucking Republicans went to the racist ass Democrats. And then what happened? In the 60s, JFK starts it. Fucking Lyndon Johnson finishes the fucking civil rights shit. Democrats did that. So all the racist motherfuckers went to switched to Republican. These motherfuckers switch back and forth all the time. And I'm sure it's gonna happen again at some point. Some asshole Republican's gonna do something that pisses every racist motherfucker in the Republicans off so much, and the Democrats are gonna espouse just the right amount of fucking hatred to get them assholes to come over. And then everybody that was loyal to the Democrats will go to the fucking Republicans because the Republicans will now be so decimated that they'll accept anybody, and the Democrats will be looking for a home because they can't be home with these racist motherfuckers anymore. Can't be a party. I don't know. When you just see the way these motherfuckers flip, and you see the way these motherfuckers truly represent themselves, and the way that they just, none of them give a fuck about you. Not the Republicans, not the Democrats. I don't know. I feel like if these parties ever do split up, Joe Manchin's and the Mitt Romney have that party. Then you have the polar opposites in their own party. So you have a middle, a center, a right, and a left. And you can actually get some shit done. Because motherfuckers can figure out who got real ideas instead of having a center-left party all intermingled against the right. dislike Bernie. I just think I don't like that petty shit. The petty shit to me comes off like, because when I think about the fucking politicians I agree with, a lot of times it is some shit that Bernie say, and I'll be like, yeah, that sounds about right. I agree with it. And it's not that I'm the end all be all, but for myself, I am. If I hear somebody to say some smart shit, I don't give a fuck where they come from. But I don't give a fuck how smart your motherfucking shit is. You don't get to go to somebody else's party. Like, what this shit remind me of, because I already told you how Bernie used to talk shit about Democrats. This remind me of a motherfucker one time when I was DJing back in the day. I had motherfuckers jamming to that E40. Tell me when to go. Tell me when that type shit. Like, motherfuckers was jamming. And this old white dude came in. Then he had a motherfucking CD and shit. And he handed that shit to me and asked me to play him some motherfucking Frank Sinatra. Now, I like some Frank Sinatra. I got some of that shit on my MP3. But this party is jamming to motherfucking E40 and music like that. So, why the fuck I'ma switch that up for one person? Yeah, maybe somebody in this motherfucker that's jamming the E40 right now would appreciate hearing some fucking Frank Sinatra. But most of them is gonna fucking stop and look at the fucking DJ like he fucking lost his goddamn mind. So I was politely like, you know what I mean, if you want to stick around afterwards, I'll play some of that. But, I mean, I ain't finna fucking throw that shit in. And he understood. He was cool with it. He sat down and just had some drinks. When you go to somebody else's party, you can't change the music and get mad. Even if your music is John Blaze. You got that new shit. That's what Bernie tried to do. Bernie tried to come in the motherfucking party and change the music. Motherfucker, if I'm in there jamming to some motherfucking NWA or just some rap shit in general, and you come in with some old ass Marvin Gaye and fucking Diana Ross, yeah, that's some good music. Some of that shit is it's the shit. But that don't mean I'm finna switch my party up just cause you want to fucking influence my motherfucking shit with your music. Your music is good. I appreciate your music, and there's times when I fucking listen to that shit. But you don't get to come in and demand that I stop playing my rap shit to throw on some Supremes. And that's what he did. He came in and tried to change the music. And while, like I said, I ain't motherfucking no Democrat, I understand why the Democrats was like, no, you ain't coming in there changing the fucking music. Matter of fact, we don't even like your ass. So why the fuck you here? And then motherfuckers want to get all butthurt because the Democrats treated Bernie wrong. Well, you ever thought about how disrespectful it is to walk up into somebody else's party and then just put your own fucking music in? It don't matter if it's John Blaze. You don't get to do that. I'm not a Democrat and I'm not an old man, but I fucking understand that shit. It's fucking slow news days. definitely leave a motherfucker with a lot to think about. Anyway, now I'm watching AI, artificial intelligence. This is a good movie, but this is another one that's got some really long, slow parts in it. But it's got some interesting shit in it. Anyway, that should be it for today. It's fucking cold as shit out here. Yeah. Watching Wolfen. God, this shit is stupid. Yeah, I can't believe I liked this movie when I was a kid. Naked dude, James almost running around. Anyway, there really ain't shit on the news. Motherfuckers bitching about Neera Tanden. The level of petty that goes on in politics, especially Democrat politics, like the way, like, these motherfuckers do all this infighting. That's some trifling shit. I don't fuck with none of these motherfuckers, man. You know, the ideology from the left, like, it's, I don't know. The way these motherfuckers talk, I just can't fuck with them. First of all their leaders is white. So, it's like, even on the left. So how you supposed to really fuck with these motherfuckers? When you see how these motherfuckers act, it's fucking embarrassing, man. I don't fuck with Republicans because Republicans racist assholes. They ignorant and they fucking basically the embodiment of fascism. But Democrats is Republican light. Liberals is just a bunch of wannabe Republicans that just wasn't popular enough. It wasn't cool enough or whatever the fuck. Half the time you just don't even understand why these fucking liberals are down with the left. Cause they ain't proud of the fucking ideas that come out of the left. They don't stick up for the left. They don't defend the left. Fucking liberals don't defend Antifa like the Republicans stay in defense of the fucking maggots. You don't hear shit when these assholes is talking shit about fucking Antifa. Like it's some kind of fucking bad thing. And these assholes on the left just sit there in silence. Basically in complicity. When they just fucking sit there acting like Antifa is equal to the fucking Proud Boys. Republicans are fascists. So, the left, since the right embraces fascism, the left should be anti-fascism. The fact that these liberals have fucking been shitting on anti-fascists just shows you where they really at. can't fuck with none of these motherfuckers. I'm cut from Malcolm X, even though I didn't agree in everything that he said. Tupac, I don't agree with everything that he said. And then my environment. Antifa is the closest to my fucking ideology. Anti-fascism. Anti-bully. Anti-lying douchebag. Be real. But the right turns it into some kind of fucking bad word, and the lefties, as always, fall for the trick. And in the tailpipe. So, I don't know. When I see how fucking destructive these fucking Republicans are, can never fuck around with Republicans. But when I see how petty and bitch made the Democrats are, it's not that far off. Like the fucking circle jerk that goes on the left. Motherfuckers telling each other how fucking great they are, breaking their goddamn elbows, patting themselves on the back about every time they do anything decent. Let's get sick of this shit. The pettiness. The fucking Bernie bros trying to fucking claim the left is a goddamn joke. And it's starting to fucking get on my nerves because from what I see, the true left is Antifa. And then next over is probably Black Lives Matter. Like that coalition. The Hillary Clintons and the Bidens, those motherfuckers, that's Republican light. That's what I'm always talking about when I fucking talk about Republican light. These motherfuckers like war. They don't give a fuck about equality. I mean, they pretend to, because they need black people to vote for their ass. But in reality, by their actions, well, I don't know. Hillary Clinton didn't get a chance. But I do know from the shit that she said in her past, which is real shit. Getting in front of a fucking goddamn news conference and calling a bunch of fucking kids super predators, that's something that you can fucking take to the bank on somebody. That's something that you can fucking hold a grudge against. Even though, like I said, I don't. Not no more. Bitch asked for forgiveness. Hey, who the fuck am I? But to be bitching about somebody's fucking tweets, a fucking Twitter these motherfuckers, man. This is why I just, every time I see that shit, I just like, that's why Republicans are still a thing. Because their ideas suck so much, but Democrats spend so much time just stepping on each other's dicks. Like they can't help themselves. It's a group of unlikable motherfuckers once again, except these motherfuckers are on the supposed left with Neera Tanden and the Bernie Bros and the maggots and fucking Joe Manchin all on one side against fucking the the old Hillary Clinton guard. Or, I don't know, maybe they got beef with Obama and them too. Whatever it is, man, that shit is so dumb and petty. And they don't even try to hide it. They're like, you said some mean things on Twitter. It hurt my feelings. It hurt these other guys' feelings. Like, my God. Like, number one, we totally forgot the last 4 years we lived through with fucking dipshit being on Twitter. For anybody to take any of that shit, I mean, this dude could have got us into a war. That's one thing. You could pay attention to his shit and be offended and shit like that. Because his Twitter beefs could have got people killed for real. But all the dumbass shit that goes on Twitter, political and non-political, there is some fucking retarded shit that goes on fucking Twitter. And for motherfuckers to be acting like, oh, you said something mean to me, it hurt my feelings. Fucking white motherfuckers, man. Bernie, an 80-year-old motherfucker. Joe Manchin, like 70. And you already know the maggots don't really care. They're just fucking using whatever they can to split the Democrats. It's just amazing that the Democrats allow themselves to be split in such a fucking amateur way. This ain't no fucking 3D chess going on, man. These a bunch of checker playing motherfuckers. Checkers playing motherfuckers. Bernie mad about some bitch sending some fucking mean tweets. They happen to be in another campaign, by the way. While totally dismissing the fact that his campaign was an asshole to everybody. Bernie be sitting around like this old innocent dude. Some old innocent white dude. Who I should admire because he went to jail for my ass. People are so stupid. Hey, white motherfucker going to protest jail? That ain't the same as the fucking jail I've been to. So, shut the fuck up with that shit. Ain't no white motherfucker ever went to jail for my ass. Nah, I take that back. You them freedom riders. They used to roll back in the 60s and shit. And they took their asses down to motherfucking Mississippi. And some of them fucking paid the ultimate price for that shit. I got respect for that. Shut the fuck up. Bernie ain't fucking go to jail for me. And this is another thing that fucking Bernie don't never goddamn answer. Russians were helping Bernie. We know this shit. Russians were helping Trump. They were helping them because they were scared of Hillary Clinton. They didn't like Hillary Clinton. That's why the Russians was going so hard for Bernie and Trump. People forget about this shit because Bernie lost. Nobody thinks about it. But Bernie don't even answer them questions. He don't ask questions from reporters. Why? He was the only one out of all these motherfuckers that voted against sanctioning Russia. Out of all the Democrats or the motherfuckers on the left, Bernie was the only one that voted against sanctioning Russia. And there was a couple of Republicans that voted back in 2016 to not sanction Russia. They never answered the question as to why. Even Biden was fucking with him because they were like kind of going at each other, and I think it was the last debate, and they were kind of sticking at to each other a little more normal. Biden was like, hey, how come you he said something in that smart ass tone that he like pressed on fucking Trump with the say something about the Proud Boys. He did the same thing to Bernie. He was like, hey, how come you the only one that voted against sanctions? Come on, answer the question. Birdie just got all flustered and once again went off on some tangent and didn't answer the question. So, seriously, man. All y'all motherfuckers on the left playing these petty ass games. All y'all motherfuckers on the left playing these petty ass games. There's never gonna be a true, reckoning, an honest reckoning of ideas. There's never gonna be. Because you have a fraudulent left in this country. The true left gets shitted on by the supposed left. Whether you assholes like it or not, the anti-fascists are the fucking polar opposite of the fascists. Not the kind of fascists, the kind of okay with fascisms. Because that's what most of the fucking liberals are. They're either fascist adjacent or they just fucking straight up fascist themselves. They just don't go out and espouse it in public. Fascism and racism. They just fucking Republican light. So every time you have like a real motherfucking issue come up, like say gun control, fucking dumbasses, you get tricked by both sides. Because both sides go through the same fucking machinations every time, like some kind of crazy gun shit, a shooting or a school shooting happens, and these motherfuckers immediately be like, oh, we gotta give out our thoughts and prayers. Both sides. Thoughts and prayers go out. And then you inevitably have one side that says, oh, we don't want to talk about gun shit, the Second Amendment. That's just too soon. We need to let the families grieve. It ain't got shit to do with the families. And if you would have fucking did this shit before, the family wouldn't be grieving in the first place. Assholes. But that's the excuse they use. Oh, it's not time. We can't do this right now. You gotta let the families. Think about the families. Thoughts and prayers. And then what do the Democrats do? They don't say shit. They sit there and be like, oh, the Republicans don't want to talk and they're fraudulent about this motherfucking shit. Well, then you go out there and talk without them. You go out there and have fucking debate without them. But what you don't do is nothing because fucking your master Republicans won't let you. That's the excuse they always use. It's a circle jerk. The left in this motherfucker is bullshit. These motherfuckers get to talking all that shit about thoughts and prayers, and we gotta make sure that we don't talk about this stuff right now. So then the Democrats stop talking about it after a day or two, and then the issue goes away until it inevitably happens again. And they say the exact same shit again. I've seen this fucking shit play out dozens of times. Watch next time motherfucking shit happen. Some gun shit. Republicans are gonna be like, oh, thoughts and prayers. But we can't be talking about this stuff right now. People are still hurting. We need to, we don't want to be going rash and do something rash, and all that stuff. And the Democrats will bitch and moan about how the Republicans don't want to take this shit serious. for a day or two, and then it'll go away. And you know why? Because in actual leadership in this country, you have actual right. You have an actual right. The Republicans, they are the true right. They stand up for that bullshit ideology of racism, sexism, white man on top. That's what they believe in, and that's what they fucking push all the time. Democrats are like, we don't believe in we don't believe in sexism. We don't believe in racism, but we do believe in white men on top. They ain't gonna be as loud about it as the Republicans, but they will fucking push that agenda. Or they won't fight it so hard when the Republicans are pushing that agenda. So, when you have a fucking argument like gun control, you never get a true left, right, meet somewhere in the middle debate. You never do. You always get a right and a center argument. So that means when they meet in the right. Now, if you had a lefty argument versus a right argument, they would have to meet in the center. Common sense gun control. And it's common sense because everybody knows the very simple fucking things that it would take to get a lot of these fucking guns off the street. Or at least out of the hands of motherfuckers that don't know what they doing with them or are criminal minded. And not just criminal minded, just don't give a fuck. Let's put it like that. There's plenty of criminal minded motherfuckers that ain't never thought about killing nobody. So, if you ever really want to have true gun control, the lefties need to stop playing this bullshit game where you have motherfuckers like Joe Manchin representing the left. That dude don't represent the left no more than goddamn Clarence Thomas represents my ass. Be real. So, all I'm saying is, like the other day when I said the fucking leader of the lefties should not be a moderate. That's the only thing I don't like about Nancy Pelosi. She's got hatred for fucking Republicans, but she's still got moderate ideas. If the lefties truly wanted to motherfucking do a lefty agenda, they would have a true lefty at the top. But they don't got no fucking real lefties anywhere near. And just because you black, once again, like Clyburn, seems like a really nice guy. Seems like a cool motherfucker. But he old school. And he from the church. So he's basically Republican light. And that's about as lefty as you can get with these old motherfuckers. Clyburn, who uses the argument, defund the police, sounds like get rid of the police, so we should never say it. He one of them bitch ass motherfuckers. Probably agrees with the fucking sentiment, but doesn't like the way it sounds to his constituents, and he don't want to scare them. So he folds into that fucking lame ass argument of, well, if it sounds like get rid of the police, then I can't be saying that. Way that motherfucker talks. These people are probably nice, but they should not be the leaders of the left. Because the motherfuckers on the right, they have their leadership straight from the right. They don't give a fuck what you assholes on the left think about it. But the lefties are always so scared about offending middle America, the real America. They're always so worried about that shit that they keep a Republican-like motherfucker in charge of their shit. Fucking lefties can't never be taken serious. As long as you constantly allow yourself to get pushed around and pushed back into a corner by these dim-witted jocks on the right and by these fake-ass motherfucking liberals that call themselves lefties, but in reality they're centrists. And you know why you can't never have just common sense gun legislation? Because if motherfucker on the right says everybody should have guns and you should just completely stay the fuck out of motherfuckers' business, then motherfuckers on the left, the actual argument to start with should be nobody should have guns, including the cops. Get rid of all these fucking guns. That's where the left should be starting their argument. But they don't. And you'll never get a true fucking gun control debate because the goddamn gun control debate is only held on the right. It's between the center and the far right. So they meet in the right. The lefty don't even get a fucking say in this shit. But if you wanted to meet somewhere in the actual middle, you have these assholes saying everybody should have guns, so you should have somebody on the left saying nobody should have guns. First time you hear one of these fucking liberals say that shit will be the fucking first time I ever heard it. I ain't never heard one of these motherfuckers say get rid of all guns, including the cops. And you know why you won't? Because you will never hear that shit. Not even from the leftiest lefty in fucking politics. I doubt AOC would even fucking endorse that. But that's the true lefty position. If you truly give a fuck about stopping gun violence and these fucking assholes from just being off the chain and these kids running around with no training and fucking guns just appearing in their fucking hands all of a sudden. This shit is not fucking hard to figure out. This is not rocket science. This is by design. The left is a joke. They take the scraps the fucking right allows them. And until the left stands up for itself and says, nah, fuck that shit and fuck your motherfucking scraps, homie. I'm gonna do this shit my way. You don't gotta be violent. You can just be real with it. You got good ideas, spread them. But no, these motherfuckers be acting ashamed all the time. Letting these assholes with actually horrible ideas go out and spew that shit as loud as they want. And the reality is because the fucking liberals basically want to be these fucking Republicans. And the true left gets shitted on by everybody. Bernie is the true left. AOC is the true left. You go find out if fucking Bernie is down with everybody getting rid of their guns, including the cops. SWAT, they can keep their guns, not to walk around with, but if the shit hits the fan, then you have SWAT. Truly the best of us, by psych eval and background check, can have access to guns. And nobody else. You have a SWAT for the FBI too. And anybody else want a gun, you take your ass to the fucking military. Hit me up next time you hear fucking Bernie talk some shit like that. Because that's the true left's position. Holla at me when you hear AOC say that shit. Because I got a gun. And I could get rid of that motherfucker happily for the good of goddamn society. I ain't getting rid of my shit until the fucking cops get rid of they shit. Holla at me. February 20th. Now it all comes together. Motherfucker took a trip in 87. Some KGB assholes started like massaging him, giving him fucking compliments and telling him how great he is. Cause you know that motherfucker loves that shit. And then he come back to the United States after that trip, spouting about how we need to stop defending these nations that can defend themselves and talking all kinds of Russian shit. That motherfucker came a goddamn asset back in the 80s. They worked to get his ass in the presidency. And he did exactly what they wanted. Divide a divided America. Like, even more. It's like, he did that shit to the extreme. Like, seriously, if Russia had actually fucking just openly put a motherfucking Russian, a well-known Russian spy or asset in charge of America for 4 years, could they have possibly got a better outcome than they got from fucking what the twat did? Cause we ain't been this split since fucking Civil War. Motherfuckers crashing the Capitol and shit, thinking that's a good idea. Putin couldn't have done a better job. The only thing that they could have done more is, start a war with fucking China. I mean, he got pretty fucking close with that shit. He started an economic war that we got savaged in. I don't know, man. Now, I only seen it in one place, Intelligencer or whatever the fuck. So, I don't know how real this shit is. But, if it's true, it make goddamn sense. The way he be acting, everybody wondering why this motherfucker acting like this. You got a P-tape, you got something on this motherfucker. Why is that dude kissing Putin's ass so hard? Trump loves to get his ass kissed. Like, if you ain't kissing his ass, you can't be a part of his circle. This is a fact. Except the only motherfucker you seen him ass kiss from the beginning and lips stayed pressed through the whole fucking term. Trump kissing Putin's ass. Even with Kim Jong-un, even though he ended up kissing Kim Jong-un's ass, he didn't start out. They almost fucking got us into a goddamn war with they fucking Twitter beat. So, I don't know, man. Motherfucking freezing. February 21, 2021. Walking on the treadmill. Watching AI. Man, there's a lot of shit on the news. It's probably gonna be like that normal now, because they ain't just constantly talking about dipshit or what dipshit did, or just, you know what I'm saying, I mean, they're still talking about him a little bit, but not that much. So they talking about other shit. There's a motherfucking, there's a plane crash. Early on, the motherfucker didn't crash. It was the fucking engine exploded. And they were able to turn around and land the motherfucker. So that was cool. And nobody died. I mean, you got fucking debris falling all over the place like Breaking Bad. And nobody got hit with that shit. Nobody on the motherfucking plane died. Motherfucker was able to land the shit. Nobody had a heart attack. Some lucky motherfuckers, man, because that shit would be scary as fuck. Like, seriously. Let's see. Bob Dole got cancer. That motherfucker's like 100 years old. Like, I'm not even talking shit. I think that motherfucker's like 100 years old. He got that fucking real bad cancer. Stage 4. And he like 100 years old. This man lived a rich life, it seemed, you know what I'm saying? The military, fucking politician, ran for president, all that shit. I mean, Bob Dole fell off that motherfucking stage. When I was a kid, when he was running for president, he fell off the stage. He was old back then. Like, this dude, I don't know. I ain't trying to tell nobody how to live my life, how to live their life. You know what I'm saying? Because, shit, I look at it like, I don't ever want to motherfucking be like stuck living on a motherfucking machine. I'd rather be just like, I'd rather just go naturally than have a motherfucking machine be the only reason that I'm living. You know what I'm saying? If I was ever like gonna be in a coma for some long ass time and the only way I could fucking breathe was through a machine and my brain was shut down, nope. I wouldn't want to be hooked up to no machine for no long time. And really, it's like, I mean, I cherish life. I cherish the fuck out of my life. I love the shit out of my motherfucking life. But we all gotta go at some point. And these motherfuckers, they be holding on forever and ever and just spending their last fucking dime so they can get a couple extra minutes. That shit just never made sense to me. When it's time for me to go, I'm not gonna be happy about it. But I'm not gonna fight nature with every single last penny that I got. You know what I'm saying? And not have nothing to give nobody when I'm fucking gone. I don't get that. So these fucking doctors, this is another trick. So they trick you into giving all your money to them when you about to fucking die. When instead of living in some miserable fucking hospital and shit, giving all your fucking money away, you could be having fun and leaving something for your people. That make more sense to me. You know what I'm saying? You can call this my will. And I ain't never gonna change my mind on this. I never want to be hooked to a machine and kept alive by a machine. Like, I don't mean like if a motherfucker gonna save my life with a machine. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing. But I don't never want to be one of these motherfucking vegetables living on a machine. Fuck that. I respect the fact that I think I was somewhere before I was born. So I gotta imagine I'd go somewhere after I die. And wherever that is, hey, everybody else is in that same place. We all going there. And we all were there before we were born. It wasn't no big deal before we were born, so it shouldn't be no big deal after we die. That's how I look at it. Ain't no sense in being scared of this shit. There ain't no sense in being an asshole running around fucking, trying to defy death or motherfucking some suicidal asshole either. There's a nice in-between where you don't have to fucking spend your fucking life savings when you're 100 fucking years old. When you got stage 4 lung cancer. And you've been looking, and I ain't trying to make fun of this motherfucker either when I say this. You've been looking like the Crypt Keeper since I was a kid. So, it's crazy to me that you should fight. I mean, McCain did the same thing. It's a lot of motherfuckers that do this shit. And obviously these motherfuckers is rich, so they can do it. But the encouragement that goes on for motherfuckers to, you 90 years old, and for you to scratch out a couple more fucking minutes of life in misery in some fucking hospital with some machine, instead of just fucking just living until you die, being surrounded by your people. When I had my druthers, I would either, being honest, I'd rather die in some pussy or die surrounded by my motherfucking family. Definitely not hooked up to no motherfucking machine off in vegetable land. And I definitely would not want to spend the little bit of money that I fucking saved up trying to eke out a couple more goddamn days. I don't know if that shit got fully cemented because Breaking Bad is one of my favorite goddamn shows ever. And just like, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker get cancer, goes out and, you know what I'm saying, to pay for it. He ends up living his best life in ways. I mean, he says it in the end. He doesn't regret none of it. The motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? You watch the show, you know he did some shit. I ain't saying I'm trying to go out like that. I'm just saying that motherfucker spent an awful lot of motherfucking money. And he went out the way he wanted to, but he ended up the same place he would have been at anyway. Whether he'd have went and did all that shit, he still ended up. Now, obviously, there's plenty of motherfuckers that get saved from cancer and they live for a long time. I'm not saying you shouldn't get treated and all that shit. I'm saying when you're 100 years old like Bob Dole, you might want to think about doing something else besides sitting in a fucking goddamn hospital and being miserable so you can eke out a couple more minutes. That's not me being a dick. That's just being real. You know what I'm saying? People still fucked off in Texas. Like right now, it's cold as fuck. It's gotta be below freezing in this motherfucker. Man, all I got on is motherfucking robe and shit. And now it's cold, but I'm not as cold as I was. You know what I'm saying? When I first got out here. What I see in Texas is a bunch of motherfuckers kind of, not even actually, just kind of living for a week the way I grew up. It's like, now you motherfuckers see how much that fucking shit sucks. Now you motherfuckers see how much all the bitching y'all do about the dumb shit motherfuckers bitch about. It's just become so fucking irrelevant when you motherfucking living in poverty. That's what these fucking people are going through in Texas. You know, all this motherfucking I ain't trying to hate on nobody, alright? Shit they going through in Texas is real. But that's the way I grew up. I grew up without no motherfucking water. Grew up without no electricity. Grew up without no fucking plumbing. I had to handle that shit myself. I want some fucking water, I had to go out back and pump that shit. If I had to take a shit, I had to motherfucking go dump that shit out in the woods. There wasn't no motherfucking electric heat. I had to go knock down a fucking tree. Well, my dad did that most when I was a kid. But as I got bigger, I had to do it for myself. Or I would fucking freeze. I was telling my kids the other day about being poor. You know what being poor is? I fucking ate green sausage. That's when you know you fucking hungry. When you eat some shit that you know is fucking spoiled. Kind of like those assholes in Portland calling the cops because a bunch of fucking poor broke motherfuckers wanted to get at their dumpster. People spend so much time shitting on the poor. It's not giving a fuck about the poor. Not giving a fuck about poor kids. I was a poor kid. And it gets on my fucking nerves when I constantly hear all these assholes at best talk about the working class, usually talking about the middle class. If you poor, these motherfuckers, actually, yeah, one group of motherfuckers give a fuck about you. Republicans care about rich people. Democrats care about the middle class. And the true left, they care about poor people. Probably because a lot of us come from in front of a bunch of fucking kids with all the goddamn authority, and you can say whatever fucking stupid shit pops into your fucking brain. And you know you'll get away with it. Because the racist ass administration already knows the dumb shit you about to fucking approach these kids with. And they fucking signed off on it. And you've probably fucking been teaching all kinds of dumb fucking shit to these fucking kids. And it's the first time your ass got caught on tape. Fucking administration might have something to think about with this dude. No. When you threaten to fucking kick a black kid out of class because he's nervously laughing about the ridiculous shit you trying to fucking teach him? Your only fucking thought is to threaten this kid? You need to re-examine. If you're not a racist piece of shit, you need to re-examine yourself and your fucking life choices as become a fucking teacher. If the objective is to make black kids feel confused and shitty. So, you assholes are doing a fucking great job. I remember when I was talking about how I felt about this fucking assholes teaching us about fucking George Washington having slaves and shit. And how they fucking trick us into liking him first. Like, that shit happened to me. I'm surrounded by all white motherfuckers. I'm in a class of all fucking white kids, being taught this bullshit by white teachers. But before I left Chicago, first grade, it was a white teacher teaching a class of all black kids. How great fucking George Washington is. How he's the greatest of us. And then a couple years later, just like they did me and them white kids, they told that fucking class full of black kids in the same way. That motherfucker had slaves. Now I gotta imagine some of them kids' parents were smart enough to fucking let them in on the secret, so it wasn't as devastating to some of them as it was to me. But I know for a fact, and you got some fucking Snow White motherfucker teaching a goddamn group of fucking all black kids to love somebody and then fill them in a couple years later on the fact that that motherfucker that they've been teaching you to love didn't love your ass at all and never would. I will guarantee you a gang of them fucking kids in my old class, all black, was just as devastated as I was. Some Snow White bitch teaching that fucking shit on purpose just so they can pull the rug out from under you. That's why I don't fuck with teachers, man. It's too many of these motherfuckers that be acting stupid. Oh, I'm innocent. I had no idea that teaching the fucking N-word ain't no big deal to a class full of motherfuckers and threatening them if they don't fucking respect my motherfucking authority. Like, I just wish a motherfucker would. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, goddamn, man. It's fucking treadmill skips when this fucking freezer comes on. You gotta be careful on that step. Matter of fact, if y'all motherfuckers like really want to do a goddamn decent job, like you a white motherfucker and you want to do a decent job and teaching about racism, like you seriously ain't trying to fuck these kids up, you just got bad ideas. And next time one of y'all motherfuckers thinks some shit like that, instead of teaching these black kids how you think they should feel about race, shut the fuck up and listen to them. Cause black kids will teach your ass something. Shit, by the time I was like 7 or 8, I could have fucking taught a master class on fucking racism. Because I had seen so much of it. If you ain't never seen it, then you don't know what the fuck you talking about. The only place you've seen it is from the wrong side. So seriously, think about what the fuck you about to do. And think I've never experienced this shit, so maybe I shouldn't be fucking trying to teach it. If I do want to fucking make some kind of a positive impact, instead of fucking telling these kids how they should feel about it, maybe I should shut the fuck up and listen to how they feel about it. Ask them if they want to. Enlighten me. Tell me a fucking story that you heard or that you experienced. Don't you tell these kids how they should fucking feel. You have no fucking clue. That means you have no fucking right. And to use your fucking authority over them to make them sit and listen to a bunch of bad ideas. If it ain't purposeful and you ain't a racist piece of shit, then you should think.
Why did you do that? Why did you do that? Talk to me! Why did you do that?
Think about what you're doing. These fucking black kids, man. Sitting up listening to some fucking asshole give they fucking opinion. If you're not overtly working to fuck up these kids' self-esteem, then think. Because as somebody, like, put it like this. Let's say you grew up poor and white. You white and poor. Would you want some rich motherfucker walking up to you and telling you how you should feel about being hungry? You wouldn't. So next time you about to fucking preach to some kids with your brilliant fucking ideas on fucking race, put your fucking shoes, or put your feet in those fucking shoes of them kids. Listening to something that's known to fuck with their self-esteem. And now they ain't not only gotta listen to it from their fucking racist ass goddamn peers, now they gotta hear that shit from their fucking teacher. They have to sit there and listen to that shit. You hear this shit all the fucking time. Some dumb fucking asshole thinking he's gonna fucking play dangerous minds with these fucking kids. That shit don't work, man. That shit is not reality. Stop it. Administrators, if you ain't fucking racist pieces of shit, you should not be allowing. Like, how does a motherfucker even... Ain't you supposed to be submitting your fucking... the shit you gonna be teaching to your motherfucking higher ups? I would assume, I would hope. So these assholes submitted to their fucking higher ups. Yeah, I'm gonna tell these kids about slavery and how you've all been hoodwinked. There wasn't no violence behind slavery. They was happy. And somebody signs off on that shit. I mean, everybody down that line needs to be fired. Even if they ain't racist, they need to be fired for incompetence and having some seriously bad ideas. It's weird. It's weird how fucking lame these fucking people are. Like, if you really don't know how bad an idea that is and you're not doing it on purpose, man, by God, y'all motherfuckers need to hang out with some fucking black people. Cause a black person will slap the shit out of your ass. You come talking that shit to a grown up. Try those fucking ideas out on a fucking grown up before you try them out on a motherfucking goddamn group of kids. and just see how it go. I mean, you might leave the conversation with your teeth. It's not guaranteed, but it's not guaranteed you're gonna get jumped on. But if you have to wonder, if I was speaking this shit to a group of adults, motherfuckers my age and my size and bigger, would I really fucking say something like this? Or would I rethink my motherfucking posture? Fucking empathy will save you from getting your ass kicked also. Be the same way as I am right now. And whether it was a black teacher teaching a fucking goddamn group of white kids some fucked up bullshit on purpose, I would have a problem with that. I might not get as physically fucking violent about it, but I would have a fucking problem with that. And when white motherfuckers see some fucking racist white asshole being fucking racist to a bunch of goddamn kids, they should be just as fucking offended as I am. When you see somebody fucking with Mexican because he doesn't speak crisp English, instead of just sitting there and listening to some asshole be a dick, empathize with that motherfucker and recognize he might not speak English very well, but he speaks English better than you speak Spanish. So fuck you. Say something. That don't mean you have to put yourself in danger. I put myself in danger before, and a synonym for hero is stupid. So I'm not saying go out there, you always gotta fucking put yourself, or I'm even gonna put myself in danger. I'm just saying, I don't only talk it, I have lived it. And I will keep living it. And it doesn't have to be necessarily aimed at only black people. All injustice. If motherfuckers would just think. How would I feel if this motherfucker was doing this to me? How would I feel if this motherfucker was saying this to me? How brave would I be if these weren't kids? How brave would I be if this was a group of angry black men? How brave would I truly be? Motherfuckers ask themselves these questions because I know the answer. I ain't no Superman, but I know I will and have stood up for what's right. I've done plenty of wrong, but I have stood up for what's right. Personally, physically. So I ain't one of these motherfuckers that's gonna wag their fucking finger on camera and ain't never experienced no motherfucking drama. I've been there and done it. And when I see injustice, I'm gonna speak on that shit. This is my motherfucking diary. I think I got it out now. I feel better. Shit is like fucking therapy, man. All y'all motherfuckers is paying some jackass to fucking listen to your motherfucking problems when you could just talk to your motherfucking self. Well, really, talk to your phone just like you talking to yourself, and you putting that shit out in the ether for fucking history. It's like, even if fucking YouTube was to like fail, I would have my shit. I got my shit on flash drive. I got my shit on the phone. So as long as this motherfucker don't break, it's gonna be there. And I got my shit on laptop. So while I am talking to myself and expressing my feelings, this is the same shit I be saying to a motherfucking therapist. Except fuck, I ain't gotta pay no motherfucker to pretend to give a shit about my motherfucking problems. I could just say it into this motherfucking phone and just assume at some point my kids or my grandkids or my great grandkids is gonna get a hold of this shit. So I really am talking to somebody all the time. And I'm getting my motherfucking feelings out there. And I feel mentally healthier. Maybe more than ever. Like, I mean, I've had times, this fucking pandemic. And just different shit can bring a motherfucker down. But being able to talk and express myself in my truest fashion, this shit is fucking psychically illuminating. I advise everybody to talk about your motherfucking feelings. Don't just hold that shit in. I be holding my fucking feelings in forever. I dump them on my kids and my girl. They get sick of hearing that shit. Nobody wants to hear that shit. So you end up going and paying some fucking therapist to listen to your motherfucking problems. But deep down, you know this motherfucker's only listening because of money. So it's tainted. This is like the purest form. Because I ain't got nobody fucking that matters judging me. I don't got nobody fucking listening in on my shit that I don't want to. I'm not nervous about. It's like, I don't give a fuck who agrees and who disagrees. I don't give a fuck if motherfuckers think I'm right or wrong. This is my diary, and it just feels good to say whatever the fuck I want. Everybody should be doing something like this, whether it's writing it down in a real diary or saying it. And if you don't want to do it publicly, then don't do it public. But everybody should be talking to somebody. And I've talked to therapists before. This is better. February 21st, 2021. February 22nd, 2021. Walking on treadmill. Watching a this movie is just sad. It's like a really long, slow, sad movie. Ain't shit going on in the news. There's a lot of bitching. Mike Pence, or not Mike Pence, that Mike Pillow idiot. He getting sued. All these dumbasses that decided to go down with the ship, even though we all saw the ship be sinking. That motherfucker's as stupid as shit, man. Fox News sticking their toe halfway in. I bet you Judge Jeanine gonna be gone. They already got rid of fucking Trump's doppelganger. What's that motherfucker's name? The dude that looked just like Trump. They got rid of his racist ass. That dude was on CNN too. That dude was on CNN before he went to Fox News. And CNN be having some suspect motherfuckers. CNN and MSNBC. Because Tucker Carlson was on MSNBC. Man, he's the biggest asshole on Fox right now. I mean, it's him fighting it out between him and Hannity. And that dude was like on MSNBC. So you either wonder if these motherfuckers just hire any old piece of shit and they be surprised when these motherfuckers get to talking that shit and then they get fired and that's why they have to leave CNN or MSNBC and go to Fox. Or is it really simple as, nah, Lou Dobbs, he believed that shit because he was racist as fuck when he was on CNN. Tucker Carlson, I never watched him, but the couple times that I did see him, it didn't seem like he was going all out of his way to be offensive like he is today. It's like you wonder if he was always an asshole or if he just decided, okay, now I'm gonna go to Fox and these motherfuckers thought I was an asshole before. Wait till they get a load of me now. It's like, are all these motherfuckers just acting according to their audience? Tucker Carlson on the MSNBC, I'm sure was not the same Tucker Carlson on Fox. So are they just playing to their audience or was he just acting when he was on MSNBC? Look at Megyn Kelly. Asshole. She was on Fox. She gets sexually harassed. so she's out. She goes to NBC and flops because that audience ain't trying to hear her shit. It don't matter if she just totally changed who she was from when she was on Fox. When she went to the morning show or the daily show, whatever it is on NBC, I was like, who the fuck are they trying to fool with that shit? Even if she came out and said, hey, I was just acting, don't take none of that shit I said the last 10 years serious. Hey, motherfuckers ain't trying to hear that shit. And that bitch gone. I ain't heard of her the last couple years. Can't do that shit. That's why Lou Dobbs is either gonna have to fuck off or go off into the internet on Newsmax or OAN or some of that shit. Because all these motherfuckers that were talking all that shit about Dominion and just pulling voting, like lame ass voting information out of their ass, straight out the fucking internet, the fucking conspiracy like layer. They were fucking just saying whatever the fuck they want on TV, and just because Twat said it first, they thought they could just keep on fucking repeating this shit. Look at how many of these dumb motherfuckers stayed on a ship that we all see be sinking. That ship be sinking. We all saw it. And they decided to stay on it. I don't get it. It's like none of you motherfuckers is gonna inherit this dickhead's racist ass crowd unless you go super stupid and super fucking racist. And you better do it quick, because that Marjorie fucking idiot has got a head start on you fucks. But everybody was talking shit about all that voting in irregularities without no proof. And then when they would go to court, they would admit that they didn't have no proof. Them motherfuckers are fucked. They're on the line for a lot of money, and they should have to pay. They went out and talked shit publicly over and over and over, knowing they didn't have no proof, because when they would go to court, they would admit that they didn't have any proof. But then they get right back out as soon as you fucking leave court, talking about all the fraud and naming Dominion. I heard Dominion be named quite a few times from these fucking assholes just pulling numbers out of their ass. Giuliani, you stupid fuck. Seriously, this fucking guy, I never could stand this motherfucker because Giuliani was known to me to be a piece of shit, and he married his cousin. But motherfucking, he was America's goddamn mayor after 9/11. And boy, did he ever milk that shit. Motherfucker's middle name. Rudy 9/11 Giuliani. It's crazy. So now he's Trump's ghoul. And Trump ain't gonna pay his ass. Just like I fucking said. Trump don't pay motherfuckers. If you gonna work for Trump, you better be one of these motherfuckers that are on retainer. That means you don't do nothing before he's already paid you. Giuliani gonna send Trump a bill for $21,000 a day. Like, yeah, right, motherfucker. You lost every fucking court case you went up in. Maybe there's a couple they won, but they lost like 60. And they did not win more than 5. So, come on, man. You did a bad job. But the reality is, as a lawyer, a real fucking lawyer, you wouldn't have. This little kid's a good ass actor. Man, that's why I like this movie. Some of these kids can't act for shit that you see in goddamn Hollywood. It's like, okay, that's obviously the producer's son. But these motherfucking, this kid right here, but these motherfucking, this kid right here, and like that kid that was in the ring, there's a couple of them out there that are really good actors. The rest of them is like kid actors. Anyway, Giuliani should not be surprised that he ain't gonna get paid. You don't fucking bill Trump. You gotta be on retainer with that motherfucker. And yeah, My Pillow, Giuliani, Janine, all those motherfuckers that reported that shit, knowing that there was no proof, they should be fired. I mean, it sucks because they popular on their fucking news station, but you can't be out there saying shit that you're not sure about. Even me, like the other day, I was like, Trump was a fucking asset. But if you notice, at the end of it, I was like, nah, I only saw this shit in one place. So I don't know if it's true. I said that, and I ain't even no fucking journalist. And I ain't even talking to the public. I'm talking to my motherfucking kids. And myself. Really? These motherfuckers get out knowing they fucking talking to millions and millions of people, spreading motherfucking rumors just like you some shitty place on the internet. Lou Dobbs got fired, but I got a feeling it's going to be a lot more. These motherfuckers is going to go down. It should be. If you get on TV spreading lies on purpose just to make your dumbass audience dumber, the least should be you should get fired. You should have to pay too, because I think even though they suing Fox, I think they suing Janine and Judge Janine, and fucking, it should be handy. Anybody that got on there and just knew they were fucking spreading rumors at best, if not just straight out lying, they should be fired and they should get sued. And in that lawsuit, if they want to defend themselves, they should get up there and defend themselves and say why they fucking said what they said. But they won't. Fox is gonna make sure all that shit gets settled. They ain't gonna lose no billion. But Giuliani, shit, he out there on his own. And he was the one main motherfucker running around talking that shit. Him and Donald Trump's kids were out there talking that shit. And those are the ones that should be sued for everything they got. If Dominion has been losing money and stock because of these fucking assholes and all the shit that they were talking, knowing that they would go from fucking talking just the most ridiculous shit in front of the news cameras, slink their asses on into the fucking courtroom and have to admit that all the shit they've been saying to the cameras was false because they didn't have any proof. And if you lie in court, they could throw your ass in jail. So all that false bravado and fucking bullshit that they were pulling in front of the cameras, that shit went out the door real quick, and inevitably they would admit that they had no proof and they shouldn't have been in there wasting the judge's time in the first place. Okay, fucking get the fuck out of my court, case dismissed. 60 times. And that asshole, every time he would lose a case, would get right back in front of fucking cameras, lying his ass off, geeking up the rubes. That motherfucker should have to pay. And if all you can do is take his money, you take everything that motherfucker got because he sold his soul. He didn't sell his soul to the devil. He sold his soul to a fucking orange, old, racist hack. That's what the fucking ghoul did. He turned himself into the ghoul for Trump. I don't know if he did it for fame, if he thought the fucking maggots were gonna just love him forever. Whatever the fuck he did, he sold his reputation straight down the fucking river for Trump. Talked all that shit and now he's getting sued for Trump. And he billed Trump $21,000 a day for the bullshit defense that he was putting out there. And he ain't gonna get a penny because Trump don't pay. And I'm glad. I knew it was gonna happen, and I just fucking love to see it in motion. It's like, Giuliani, you sold your soul. Now you're gonna lose everything because you will lose this case. They have so much proof on you talking shit about him in public, and then when you would go into court, you admit that you didn't have nothing. They got your ass. It don't matter if you were doing it in behalf of your client. A smart lawyer is not gonna take that case, knowing, number one, they don't have anything real to argue. So every time you go into court, you're just gonna get admonished by the judge and told to fuck off, just like you did. So he should have never took the case. And Trump has a goddamn history of not paying motherfuckers. It's like, that's what he do. Especially if you do a shitty job. Like, if he can prove that you did, like, if you did a good job, he would try not to pay you by saying that you did a shitty job. But if you actually did a shitty job, my God, you ain't seeing a penny. Trump would rather fucking fight you in court for the rest of your life than give you fucking $21,000. You dumb fuck. So not only are you not gonna get paid for the dumbass shit you was out there doing, you're gonna get sued and lose everything. Now, I don't know if you're still married to your cousin, but good luck with that bitch staying with your ass. The fucking ghoul, man. He just... That's a cautionary tale. Rudy Giuliani has always been a fucking cousin fucker. A piece of shit, in my opinion. But somehow he made it to the status of America's mayor. He was that beloved by Republicans, at least. And now look at him. You're gonna have to join forces with the My Pillow guy. Dumb motherfuckers, man, believing in Trump like he's some kind of messiah. God damn. It's a lot of motherfuckers went down with that shit. That shit's funny too. It's funny to me because they should have known better. So maybe they are really some dumb motherfuckers. Like, we think that these guys are just some fucking assholes. Maybe they just ain't very smart neither. Fucking smart can Giuliani be? Going out there doing that shit that we all knew was gonna turn out bad. And it did. Shit's crazy. Anyway, February 22nd. Ain't shit on. Ain't shit going on. Still February 22nd. Thank God. This movie is fucking sad. But it's like really good. Really good job with special effects and shit. As far as the news, they've been talking about motherfucking God damn. There is okay, like in Texas. This movie's crazy as fuck. Texas, these motherfuckers sending out goddamn fucking bills. Like the motherfuckers who power didn't go out. Like not in El Paso, but I mean like motherfuckers that was on that Texas grid and they power didn't go out. That shit. I don't know what kind of contracts they sent that they signed on to be a part of this fucking con job. But they sending motherfuckers bills for like, you know, your last electricity bill was $200. Then now they send a fucking bill for $5,000 or $10,000 or like fucking $17,000. That was the biggest that I seen. Some other motherfucker said $200,000. So I don't even get how that shit is fucking possible. How the fuck you gonna send somebody a goddamn bill for $200,000? I mean, unless it's like some kind of fucking stadium or some shit. But $17,000. Your fucking bill goes from $200 or $300 like a normal to fucking $17,000. Like, what the fuck kind of contract did you sign with these motherfuckers that they think they could do that? And some of these motherfuckers have direct deposit for some reason with their bills, which to me is, you gotta be a stupid motherfucker to let the electric company or the phone company all up in your biz like that. Cause something like this shit happened, they take that shit straight from your motherfucking bank account, man. These motherfuckers was talking about, this dude got on Twitter and was like, man, my fucking bank account is gone. Cause he give these motherfuckers access to his fucking bank account to do direct deposit or some shit for some reason. So they went in his fucking bank account and took all his fucking money. Cause he owed what was it, a $5,000 bill. No, that dude owed $5,000, and then they did another one where motherfucker they went into this dude's shit and took $17,000. Motherfucker. I mean, imagine how sick you would be. $17,000. You look into your motherfucking bank account thinking that you got $17,000. You open that bitch and it say zeros. Not because you bought a new car or you went out and had an irresponsible fun time, but because the bank got the nerve to let these motherfucking energy companies take all your shit. See, in that situation, you ain't getting that money back. You're gonna have to get a lawyer pro bono to get that money back. And I don't know how many motherfucking lawyers working pro bono on some shit like that. There should be. But most likely you're gonna have to hire a lawyer to get your money back. If you can. Because if you signed some shit that said they could do that to you, raise your shit by thousands of percentage points, I mean, come on. You gotta look at what you sign. I mean, I get it. There's a lot of motherfuckers that get taken with that shit. But if you don't got direct deposit and you live in Texas and the motherfuckers trying to do that shit to you, fuck that. They can't turn your power off in the middle of the fucking winter. Like there's some kind of law against that shit. So what you do is when they send you a motherfucking bill for $5,000, send them a motherfucking letter with a fucking imprint or some shit. Motherfucking picture. Fucking 3 words. Whatever you do, you don't send these motherfuckers no fucking $5,000 for a month's worth of energy. You know what that is? That's that shit. When I'm talking about how these motherfuckers be voting against them, their own best interests. That's that shit right there. Cause dumbass Rick Perry get up there talking that shit about how Texans motherfucking are fine with the cold, even though it's like 40 motherfuckers died. At least now that dipshit talking about 40 motherfuckers should be fine with dying in the cold as long as the government stays out of fucking Texas business. He's speaking for himself and his other rich asshole friends that are getting fucking paid, just like Jerry Jones said, off of this fucking disaster. They looking forward to these natural disasters. It almost makes you think when they're saying shit like how much they about to get paid in public. Maybe that's why they didn't winterize. Because it's like they were waiting for a fucking disaster. Because they knew they was going to get paid. Because they knew they was somehow going to be able to turn these $200 bills into fucking $5,000, $6,000, $17,000 bills. They knew it. Jerry Jones said it a few days ago. My girl reminded me. But I remember seeing that shit. Jerry Jones was like, man, we about to make a killing off of this motherfucking disaster. But you know what? Some of this shit was man-made. It's Katrina situation. Yeah, there was a hurricane, but what fucking killed everybody was goddamn levees. Yes, there was a huge winter storm in Texas, which once again should fucking lend you assholes to thinking about climate change, because it ain't just about shit getting hotter. But this fucking storm isn't what fucked everybody off. It's the shitty pipe work. It's the non-winterization. Even though this shit just happened in 2011. So that's why El Paso switched up. El Paso knew that the fucking Texas grid was bullshit, so they got the fuck out of that. And they didn't get hit like the rest of Texas. Texas did that shit on purpose. I mean, I can't say that for sure, but I do know Jerry Jones out there bragging, and all these motherfuckers out there bragging about how they about to make a killing. Because he knew before those fucking $17,000 bills went out, he knew them motherfuckers was coming. He knew that shit. And they didn't have no kind of winterization done. Even though they did get hit with a storm in 2011. So they didn't learn from their mistakes. It'd be one thing if they fucking fixed their grid up and winterized it and made sure none of the shit with the broken pipes everywhere happened. But they didn't. And they knew it was very good possibility that this shit could happen again. And they chose to not do it. And the way they fucking covered their ass was having these motherfucking rubes sign on to this goddamn contract. Because there's no way that they could just do that out of nowhere. Because there's no way that they could just do that out of nowhere. I will guarantee you somewhere in some contract that they had these motherfuckers sign on to their energy shit. They had them sign something with probably some very small print that said, hey, if shit hits the fan, we're allowed to fuck you over. In some kind of lawyer speak. And these motherfuckers fell for it. This is what I mean about the rubes voting against their fucking self-interest. Rick Perry, that dumb fuck, said it perfectly. Him and his rich assholes don't give a fuck about no coal, as long as you, the government, don't be trying to come in and regulate me, the rich asshole. That's what he was saying. Ain't none of his fucking friends dying from the cold. Those motherfuckers are chilling. And they know they got some fat ass checks coming. Like, Jesus, man. It could not get more clear about These fucking Republicans don't give a fuck, not only about me, but they don't give a fuck about you rubes. You poor whites. Like, they use y'all motherfuckers, man. They use y'all motherfuckers. They get y'all stoked up on this fucking racism and bullshit. Telling you it's everybody's fault. Everybody's fucking you over. Except they're the ones that is actually fucking you over. They're the ones that are taking your jobs. They're the ones that are fucking making it so you don't have a living wage. It's them. The motherfuckers that you vote on. I don't get it. I don't understand how you can fall for that shit so constantly and consistently. I mean, other than there's no other choice. I mean, when you see this shit, it makes sense why they fucking voted Trump in. Because in reality, man, you do some shit like that because you want Trump to go burn it all down. That's what they were hoping for, and that's what they almost got. Because the system is so unfair. But in many ways, it's like, come on, man. You doing it to yourself. Motherfuckers was telling me this shit when I was a kid. Republicans get poor whites to fucking vote against their own self-interest. And that was when I was a kid. And they're still doing it. And you cannot find a better example of a bunch of rich motherfuckers getting paid off a natural disaster that they aided and abetted to make it worse, make it extremely bad, to the point where this natural disaster becomes man-made because they didn't winterize. Even though they knew there was a very good possibility that this could happen. They chose to do this shit. And because of the disaster, whatever fucking bullshit kicks in on that fucking contract that y'all motherfuckers signed, gets them to just get more money than ever. And y'all motherfuckers voted these assholes in. And Trump became their leader. He didn't burn it all down. He didn't fucking drain the swamp. He made it even swampier. And tried to burn down all of democracy. Not just the fucking swamp. Motherfucker bathed in the swamp. Fucking love the swamp. Y'all motherfuckers got tricked. Like you always get tricked into voting for these motherfuckers. They racist, they hate me. So that makes you feel good about yourself. I don't know, but they hate your ass too. They fucking hate you. They have so much disdain for you that they fucking take your money in the middle of fucking winter, straight out of your motherfucking bank account. These are the motherfuckers that you voted for doing that to your ass. And then y'all motherfuckers sit around all surprised that these motherfuckers is off in Cancun while you sitting there suffering with fucking 2 inches of water on your floor and goddamn 30 degrees outside with no fucking electricity. You voted for that shit. And you knew it could happen, but you just soaking up all that good old sweet, sweet racism that it don't matter. It's fucking poor whites, man. seriously, you're fucking doing this shit to yourselves. And you've been doing it forever. For a really stupid fucking reason. Supposed to feel bad for these motherfuckers. You fucking voted these motherfuckers in, knowing how they fucking is. As long as they fucking over motherfuckers that look like me, it's all good. But then when it happens to you, I'm supposed to motherfucking send some money in to some fucking network because y'all motherfuckers living like I fucking grew up. But the only reason you living like that is because you love Rick Perry and his racist rock. You love that dumb fucking governor you got that blames everybody else for the fucking problem. You love the lack of deregulation that fucking has your ass sitting in that fucking 2 inches of water. You fucking love it. You voted for it and you vote for it all the time. So why the fuck should I care? These people wanted this. Here, government, stay out of our business. You dumb fucks. He wasn't talking about you. He was talking about him. He loves having the government all up in your business. He wants the government out of his business. He doesn't have to worry about freezing. That's the Republicans. As far as fucking Democrats, man, I kind of thought I'd be over this motherfucking politics shit, man, now that dipshit was out of office. But it's always gonna be something, man. Like, alright. You know why these motherfuckers is really hurt? Like, really hurt about Neera Tanden? Like, typically I ain't one to say, you know, call out sexism and shit like that because I ain't no woman. I ain't never experienced it other than reverse sexism. Like with that fucking Wonder Woman, goddammit, I still remember that shit. That first Wonder Woman came out, and there's a group of fucking ladies that only wanted women to be there at the fucking opening. Like a whole theater complex filled to the brim with women. And I thought that was a fucking horrible idea. And I still do. I ain't never gonna be on the side of girl power and that dumb shit. I mean, I love girl power in reality, but that wasn't it. That was discrimination. It was lame. It was like, we don't want you men. We don't want you men around ruining our fucking vibe for our motherfucking special movie that's made only for us. Wonder Woman was made for everybody, and there's a lot of dudes that wanted to support women and motherfucking enjoy that movie. So it was a really, not just sexist, it was a really dumb fucking move. Cause you motherfucking got dudes that want to go see that movie. You got people that want to take their sons to see that movie. I grew up on Wonder Woman. I fucking love Wonder Woman. Probably for the wrong reasons, according to like the feminist way. But I still love Wonder Woman, according to like the feminist way. But I still love Wonder Woman. And if I'd have lived in that fucking town and they telling me I can't go and I can't bring my kids to see that shit because we're men, fuck you, man. I'm on your side most of the time, but hell no, I ain't never gonna ride like that. I would have never been in support of some motherfucking movie complex or theater or anything talking about only black people can come see motherfucking Black Panther on the motherfucking opening. That shit would have been wrong, and making it so only women can see Wonder Woman in the opening was wrong. And it's always gonna be wrong, and I don't give a fuck. You can call me sexist, whatever the fuck you want, but it's true. You stopping somebody because of their gender, you're wrong. Now I think I see motherfucking some sexism, goddammit, with this fucking Neera Tanden shit. Because Neera Tanden said motherfucking Mitch McConnell was Voldemort. You know, she said shit like that. You know, she say a bunch of corny, sometimes actually funny, and probably some petty shit on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, man. This is why I think it's sexism. Because yes, some of the shit she said did fucking hurt some fucking feelings clearly and got some fucking panties bunched, obviously. But Pete Buttigieg spent his whole motherfucking time with us getting to know who he was by calling Donald Trump the porn star president and going in on Mike Pence, which I was loving every minute of it. But he was. That motherfucker talks all kinds of shit on Twitter. Because everybody does. And you know what? I didn't hear Nan mention. Not one mention of this motherfucker talking shit on Twitter. But Neera Tanden. Oh, you gonna say he's gay? Shut the fuck up. That dude is a white male. So his fucking disses on Twitter, which there's a plenty, they don't strike home as much. But when Neera Tanden calls Mitch McConnell Voldemort, that's some kind of personal attack that's way worse than anything we've seen in the last 4 years. According to Joe Manchin. According to Bernie. It's the worst shit you've ever seen or heard. This is a woman and a woman of color that would be the first in that office, and she's well qualified for it. So the only reason you hating is not because she's fucking not qualified. None of these motherfuckers are saying that. It's because the bitch said some mean tweets. But you didn't have nothing to say about Pete Buttigieg's tweets. You didn't have shit to say about that shit. I don't got no problem with Pete Buttigieg.
Why can't you bring back her?
I don't got no problem with Neera Tanden. The reason these assholes got a problem with Neera Tanden in reality and her mean tweets, because when they saw her call Mitch McConnell Voldemort, they fucking agreed. And they fucking laughed. But she's a woman. They came from fucking Hillary Clinton's campaign. So that makes her an easy target. I very obviously am not a huge fan of the Clintons. But you Bernie fucks need to get over that shit. And aligning yourself with the fucking maggots and goddamn Joe Manchin. Joe fucking Manchin. Joe Manchin voted yes on Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh, who honestly I didn't have that much of a problem with because he sounded like a motherfucker that used to drink too much and party. That sounds like me. Now, I ain't running for trying to be no motherfucking Supreme Court justice, but I have a hard time hating on this motherfucker for if he laid on some and she didn't say he raped her. She said he laid on top of her. You know what I'm saying? And he wouldn't let her up or some shit. Now look, I ain't never been put in that position as a lady, so I wouldn't know how to feel about that. So I don't know exactly how to judge that. I guess I judge it from the other way. Now, I've never done that to a lady either. Held her down against her will or any of that shit. But who knows when you're fucking shit-faced drunk and you're like, what, 16? They bringing back shit? Hating because he likes to drink and motherfucking party. That wasn't, to me, a disqualifying fucking thing. But for a lot of Democrats, it was. And it definitely, and I think the fact that he lied about it and tried to pretend like he never did it, because he definitely did it, but to me, it's just not the death penalty. You know what I'm saying? It's, have you learned anything in the last 50 years of your life, or however old this motherfucker is? Because the shit that he did was back in high school. Or I guess he used to pull his dick out at parties and shit. And I know people like that. I ain't one of them, but I know people like that, and the motherfuckers grow out of that shit, man. If that's the worst shit that he ever did, then I don't honestly think that's disqualifying. I think it's fucked up. He probably owed the young lady a fucking apology. But everybody do stupid, fucked up shit when they're drunk and young. So it's almost like you want to admonish the parents that would let this kid turn alcoholic that early, more than the kid. Not excusing his fucking behavior. I'm just saying, I don't know. That's probably the easiest of the fucking Manchin votes to swallow. And there's a whole bunch of them. So all you Bernie bros lining up with fucking them goddamn Republicans that are laughing at your dumb asses for fucking falling for this stupid ass fucking infight that they set y'all motherfuckers up for. You're siding with fucking Joe Manchin, who voted yes for Kavanaugh. He voted yes for Bill Barr. Bill Barr, who said wearing a mask is like fucking slavery, basically. He said it's just slightly less. So he gave us that. Bill Barr, who said Trump can do whatever the fuck he wants because he's basically a fucking king. Bill Barr said that shit. Said Trump, I don't know, Trump can basically, oh shit, he's got so much power, we haven't really discussed it yet. We don't know. Like, he would say shit like that. I mean, obviously he didn't say it in his confirmation hearings, but he said it in his writings. And motherfuckers chose to ignore his writings and go with the dumb fucking buttery shit that he told y'all motherfuckers. And then the fucking cherry on the fucking goddamn icing. Some of you motherfuckers know who I'm talking about. Joe Manchin voted yes on fucking Jeff Sessions. Jeff Sessions, that little racist fucking weasel. He didn't have no problem with that dude being attorney general. I don't even need to go over all the shit that fucking Jeff Sessions said and has done. This little fucking bigot. You can look it up. I don't know if you'll be able to find him. He's still dug off somewhere in Trump's ass. Even though Trump been fucking dissing him. Pathetic little racist fucking weasel. Jeff Sessions. Joe Manchin ain't had no problem putting him through. No problem at all. And you assholes, that's who you fucking lined up with on this fucking vote. Because the bitch sent some fucking mean tweets out about fucking Bernie. Because in reality, this shit ain't got shit to do with Mitch McConnell. This shit ain't got shit to do with any of the fucking Republicans that bitch shitted on. It's got to do with the Bernie bros are fucking feelings hurt from Hillary Clinton. So this is their way to fucking take revenge. It's so fucking petty. It feels like fucking sexism. Now, I know that's where the Bernie bros are coming from. They're coming from the petty. But Joe Manchin is coming from sexism. He don't give a fuck that she talking shit about Bernie. He don't give a fuck she talking about Mitch McConnell. He cares that fucking Joe Biden sent the vice president, Kamala Harris, to his state and was fucking basically, in his mind, backing him into the corner about that 1.9 trillion stimulus. They did it without his permission, as he says. So he's gonna fuck with Neera Tanden. And you throw in the added fucking sexism. That's the fucking, coup de grace for this motherfucker. You fucking assholes, you Democrats, get played so easily by having Joe Manchin in this powerful seat. You assholes think Chuck Schumer's in charge. No. Joe Manchin gets to fucking call the shots. Because he's the only one that's like a Republican the most. And they know that. So every time you want to do something progressive, you got to go kiss Joe Manchin's ring, not Chuck Schumer's. You dumb fucking Democrats. You let the Republicans split your ass over a very obvious thing. Neera Tanden sent out mean tweets when she was working for Hillary Clinton during a fucking campaign. I'll bet we can exploit this. I'll bet we can get the Bernie bros all bent about the shit she said about Bernie. Now maybe Bernie won't fall for it, but his people sure will. And they got the fucking added extra of that old fucking crotchety asshole falling for it. Actually admitting on the Senate floor that his fucking feelings were hurt. In so many ways. I paraphrase what he says all the time because I don't remember exact words, but the words were similar to, you sent out a lot of mean stuff and it hurt a lot of people's feelings. No, she sent some shit out about you and it hurt your feelings, old man. And it didn't really even hurt your feelings. You just playing spiteful. You're playing old man, I'm so hurt because this young lady attacked me on Twitter. So all your dumbass Bernie bros go out there and fucking fight against this well-qualified lady of color. Cause she said something mean to your bitch ass. Grow the fuck up. Stop lining up with Joe Manchin. Joe Manchin case is closed on you Bernie motherfuckers. Like, seriously. I just don't want to hear shit. Bernie got some good ideas, but the level of petty that goes on with these motherfuckers, man, seriously. AI, still. It's a long motherfucker, man. But it's really good. It's like super sad, really well made, especially for its time. Good movie, well acted all around. It's just really long. A lot of shit in the news today. They're holding a hearing on cyber attack soon. Either Senate or the House. I can't remember which one. That shit is crazy. Russians living inside our fucking government's goddamn computers for 9 months. Imagine what a fucking good hacker can do in 1 hour to your fucking information. Now imagine that hacker having access to your information for 9 months. And how much shit he could do with it. How much shit against you he could do with it. How much shit he could lock you out of and create back doors for. 9 months. They was living comfortably in our computers when Trump was president. Russians. Once again, man. Hey, if this motherfucker ain't a Russian spy, he sure played one very well on TV. That's all I got to say. They holding a hearing on the fucking Capitol insurrection, the Trump riot. Seeing what the cops knew. There's a few cops got suspended. That dipshit that was taking a fucking selfie with motherfuckers, inviting them in. Some crazy motherfucking transsexual broad said that she's part of the fucking racist ass Oath Keep. I don't know if they racist. I ain't paying attention to they shit. They right wing organization. And she talking about she met with the fucking Secret Service before the Capitol riot. So that's something. I don't know what it's gonna turn into. Motherfucking, they're holding a hearing actually right now about the Capitol riot. The chief of the Capitol Police, he pointing his finger at the sergeant at arms. Sergeant at arms pointing his finger at the fucking military. The military, like, man, we don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. We didn't hear shit and we don't know shit. So somebody lying their ass off. Cause the sergeant at arms of the fucking Senate, he's the one that's supposed to hold down the whole fucking security organization. And they saying that he dropped the ball because he didn't take that shit serious. He didn't take the threat serious, and he didn't want to call in no military because he didn't like the optics of military holding down the fort against a bunch of fucking maggots. He's like, fuck that, I called the military. Matter of fact, it was the chief of police said they were good. Said they didn't need anybody else. And chief police was like, man, we called the military, and the military at first was like, we can't do it. And then like 2 hours later, after a whole bunch of arguing and debating and back and forth, they finally allowed it. Because basically they went around Trump because Trump wasn't allowing it. Because obviously he's not going to allow the military to go fight against his fucking people. Mike Pence signed off on it. So they got a lot explaining to do, Lucy. Like, it's definitely somebody lying they fucking ass off. These motherfuckers do their questions right and don't let these assholes just skate like they often do in these hearings. These hearings are a fucking joke a lot of the times. They don't ask real questions. One side only asks real questions. Maybe since both of these motherfuckers both sides got chased out, they might actually ask real questions to get to the bottom of something for once.